Everybody. Um, I just got finished watching Black Panther for the second time. Okay, so for this film, I found myself nearly in tears because it was so what's that word? Intentional. It's with the story, with the characters. You know, it's more than just about fight scenes. Now, if you were looking in probably a non-IMAX theater, CGI was probably not going to be so good. The first time I saw it, I didn't see it in IMAX. But when I saw the movie in that IMAX, the fight scenes were very established, very well crafted. I could understand, really, everything I saw in the movie. But both times viewing it, I still say the same thing. The best story Marvel has ever produced. Next to Thor Ragnarok and next to Civil War. This is the best story alone. But the characters for a first film like this, the best characters, they're more one-dimensional, two-dimensional, any other dimensions. They were real people. People, authentic characteristics. You couldn't really describe anybody as being filler. Everybody had a purpose in the film. Everyone knew what to do. All the soldiers, Dormalaji, all the tribes people, everybody had a purpose to make this film great. And that's the thing about Black Panther. You know, it goes to show you that everybody has a purpose, to do great things. But if we just ignore them and leave them to rot, that's basically wasted potential. That could be a disaster. So this movie right here made sure that you knew that people matter in general, But most importantly, everything where you come from, all that stuff matters too. In general, treat yourself with some respect and act like it, because if you are royalty, then act like royalty. I didn't say act entitled, but I'm saying that you gotta act like you're not anything. You gotta act like you're not like anything. I'm trying to say that if you go up there and you're wearing crazy clothes, robbing stores, trying to kill people or whatever, that's not acting like royalty. You must strive for excellence, whether you're black, Hispanic, white, Asian, Native American, everything. Strive for excellence, everything you do, because it matters to people. Look, it matters to people. But all in all, Black Panther had a great message. Set pieces were amazing. In general, again, you couldn't really tell a better story. You could have tweaked some things, but in general, it did kind of confuse me, talking about, after T'Challa's dad, T'Chaka, ended up killing the uncle, how you were supposed to expect your dad to bring the same son of the father who he killed. So, if he were to bring him up, he would still want to get revenge. The mistake was killing him. But how would you have done that situation better? Maybe you would have taken him to jail. Anything could have happened. So, in that sense, I looked back at it and I was like, well, it's not really too big of a mistake, but it had big implications for the plot. So anyone could have made the king's mistake. I knew this. I had that kind of understanding. But I still would have been a little bit upset about this whole lie that he was leading. So in general, I give this film a 9.5 out of 10. But yeah, the Black Power movement and the Black Lives Matter movement is something that, tries to say that all Black lives matter. But in meaning this, we have to go to a concept to say where we need to treat our own lives with importance. You can't just do certain things to people and expect them to give you certain treatment. You have to actually act like you're a respectful person. You respect others and you respect yourself. We've been talking about this, but in general, this Black Panther movie goes to show you had a villain who was sympathetic, you had another villain who was crazy. So I mean, those two characters put together, I want to say they really rivaled the Joker from Dark Knight 2008, because you can have, I mean, add it together, because I think it was Claw's insanity and Killmonger's sort of sympathetic path or whatever. They kind of blended pretty well together. Even though it didn't really last too long, it still had an impact on the film. But in general, those two characters show you, what culture does sometimes, how we forget, often we think that a certain way about our people, or we think a certain way about other people, call them savages or something like that. So the villains even had a message in that. So great, tremendous movie, awesome. You couldn't really ask for better characters in the plot. They worked. The plot was working for them. They were working for the plot. It was just perfect. Alright, everybody. It was a really awesome fight sequence on the highway. So guys, I won't drag it too long. I just saw it twice in the span of 2 days, 3 days, but it was awesome. Peace.